topic of what our Foremothers told us because of the work that she does for women in our community. But let me just read you her bio, and then we're going to invite her onto the stage. Julia Adele Callahan is a reproductive justice activist, mother of two, and a small business owner based out of Macon, Georgia. Julia chose Macon in 2016 as a Mercer student and again in 2019 when she started her family. She balances her role as a mother with the demands of being an entrepreneur and proud owner of Dream Clean House Company. So look that up, because clearly we all need to do it. In her spare time, she is a fierce advocate for reproductive justice, co-founding Middle Georgia's first and only reproductive justice coalition.
I know that's right.
Right? Middle Georgia for Choice, which strives for comprehensive reproductive healthcare access and education in our community. And on my page it says her community, but it's our community. You can catch Julia downtown exploring new cuisines at the library with her children, or maybe even in front of your local anti-abortion clinic. Everybody, please welcome to the stage, Julia Adele Callahan.
There you go. This is my first time ever doing any type of storytelling, so I'm reading from my phone in lieu of anxiety. All right. I was always told growing up that I was related to a Cherokee princess. I honestly just thought that that's what all white people say. That's until I saw the shit on paper. There it was. Keziah Elizabeth Princess Floating Cloud Brooks was my 6th maternal grandmother. She was rescued by a man that was almost double her age and was made a child bride. She had her first child at 15 and ended up having 7 more. Her mother, Elizabeth Betsy Moytoy Wallins, and grandmother, Francois, or Fanny, Tyrene Moytoy Wallins, 3rd daughter of Chief Amahati Pigeon of Teliko Moytoy, were survivors of the Trail of Tears, displaced from their land in the southeast not once, but twice, to what is now known as Kentucky. There I was, sitting in my living room on a seemingly normal Sunday with my children watching television, and I just burst into tears. In that moment, I hurt for the women whose story I had only heard a part of, women I've never met. There's a lot of study being done recently on epigenetics, which is how DNA responds to the external environment, and more specifically trauma. In fact, one study even said that this DNA impact can be felt for up to 7 generations after the original trauma has occurred. Knowing that I am a direct descendant of colonization and rape really affected me. Over the next couple weeks, I was surprised to feel like I was carrying that guilt and overwhelming emotion with me. I wanted desperately to fix something that was already done. I have spent the last year and a half focusing on my own personal healing and the healing of my family. It's involved a lot of research and pain in uncovering the truth behind the seemingly pleasant narratives, then taking that family history to try and understand and give context to patterns of behavior. Sometimes I have to stop and just make sure to take care of myself because it all could seem like so much to handle. I was always told I come from a family of emotionally unavailable women, and now I could really relate to them and understand why. After finding out what truly happened to Princess Floating Cloud, I can understand better how this impacted generations of my family. The dislocation left us without any extended family connections or support. We were never able to find a permanent home, and we experienced intergenerational poverty. I see now how my family's struggles came to be, and I mourn the life my family could have had if they hadn't experienced this struggle. When my maternal grandmother suddenly passed away when my mom was 8, a lot of these stories temporarily died with her. Regardless of whether or not I actually knew the stories, they were ingrained in me. Their lived experiences live on in my DNA. My foremothers taught me to carry on their stories, but not their trauma. They taught me that they are carried on in your experience, coping mechanisms, habits, and personality. We are all products of what our foremothers went through.
I know that's right.
Putting context on these things for yourself is so important. Allowing yourself to emotionally process and heal from these things has a literal genetic impact for the future generations of women who come after us.
I know that's right.
My foremothers taught me the importance of healing. When you heal, you just aren't doing it for yourself, but for the lineage of women who came before you and may have not had the privilege to do so. I am Julia Adele Callahan, the 6th granddaughter of Keziah Elizabeth Princess Floating Cloud Brooks, and the 8th granddaughter of Fanny Tyree Moytoy Wallings. I am so proud to have shared some of their story with you guys today.